I have a question. This isn't a question you can answer because I'm doing a video and you can't respond. You can answer it in the comments, but by then I will have answered it. So let me know what you think if you disagree with me, but if you do, you're wrong. Is Deku going to be the number one hero? The answer is no. Now, I say if you disagree with me, you're wrong. Obviously, I don't know how this goes. I'm just playing. But never in the history of My Hero Academia has Izuku Midoriya said, I became the number one hero. For some reason, a lot of people miss this. A lot of people are posting theory videos or like commenting on videos and saying, we know that he's the number one hero at the end, so he can't be quirkless. No, he never says that. Deku says, I forgot to mention, this is the story of how I became the greatest hero. I tie everything back to themes, and that's because themes are important, right? The theme of this isn't what does it mean to be the number one hero? What does it mean? It's what does it mean to be the greatest hero, right? All Might was number one, but All Might was the symbol of peace. Everyone looked up to him, and when All Might lost his power, that created a void that nobody could fill, and nobody ever will fill. Endeavor tries his best, but he can't, and society suffers because of it. So is All Might really the greatest hero if the loss of All Might means society crumbles? Or is there something to being a hero that means preparing people for when you're inevitably gone? And All Might does that. I'm not trying to shame All Might here. He trains Deku. But what makes Deku the greatest hero? Let's examine it. First thing we see, really, early on, Deku finds this monster, his best friend. He loves him. Bakugo hates Deku, but that's beside the point. Bakugo is, he's a bully early on, so maybe that does help this point, right? That Deku still saves him, but that's okay. I'm kind of talking in circles. There's a sludge monster attacking Bakugo. Deku doesn't save him. Deku can't save him. He fails to save Bakugo, even though he tries. But he runs to him, and he doesn't know why. He has no hope, no chance to win. And, he doesn't have a power. He's the only one who doesn't, basically. It's like 5%. But how is Deku a hero in that moment? Is it just because he tried? Maybe. But I think it's because he saved someone else. In that moment, Deku ran to Bakugo, and he reminded All Might what it means to be a hero. This little kid reminded the number one greatest hero ever what it means to be a hero and to put your life on the line for someone else. So All Might went and saved the day, but he only did that, he only could do that because Deku sparked that fire within him, right? So that is what makes Deku the greatest hero. Right off the bat, we already see why he's the greatest hero. Nothing about this story is Deku climbing to number one. It's not even necessarily, I think, him becoming the strongest. It's how, throughout the series, does he save other people? Does he show them what it means to be a hero? And we see that through Todoroki and his cold heart during the sports festival. How he refuses to use his fire, but Deku reminds him that's not who you are just because it comes from your dad. Like, this is your power, right? He proves... you see his impact on Bakugo throughout the whole series. You see his impact on Ochako as she starts to come into her own and she starts to believe in redemption, right? Some other things that make Deku the greatest hero. Tenko, Tomura Shigaraki. You looked like someone who needed saving. He is not gonna kill Shigaraki. Not because killing somebody makes you a bad hero, right? This is... I don't know where Horikoshi stands on this, where the themes of the show stand on this, but I would be like, I personally think that sometimes it's necessary, in these comic book scenarios. Um, but it's because he's not going to kill somebody who he can save. And there is still a 5-year-old child locked inside of Tomura Shigaraki begging for help while All for One takes over his body. And Deku sees that child and he says, "You looked like someone who needed saving. Not this monster who killed people, whatever. This kid who needs help." That's what makes Deku a better hero than anybody else on that field who would have killed Shigaraki in a heartbeat. Um, so, without delving too much into the manga spoilers or anything, the journey we're on is answering the question, what does it mean to be a hero? And that question is what, when we have that answer, I don't think we'll get it written out, but when we have that answer, that's how we can say Deku is the greatest. And again, skip the next 10 seconds if you're not caught up on the manga, but that's also how they're all the greatest, right? It's not how they all become number one. It's how Deku and his friends become heroes. Just wanted to offer my 2 cents on that, I guess. It's an exciting turn, right? It's not as simple as, "Oh, I'm the number one." So, yeah. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think it means to be the greatest hero and how Deku exemplifies that or how he doesn't. I look forward to more discussion. I hope you guys like this kind of form of me just talking about themes and telling stories. I write. It's a passion of mine, and so this is a great medium to kind of talk about that too. So until next time, I love you. Goodbye.